All right, everybody, welcome back. I'm going to see if I can do this. This video might be a shade longer than the other ones. I hope I can keep your interest long enough. The first thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to dip some spar varnish into the tuning pin holes. This is so that when we drive the tuning pins in, they go in a little smoother, and then after it sets up, it's a little tackier, so they get a little bit better grip. So the next part here is going to be a little bit noisy, so I'm going to pound a little bit. You might want to cover your ears. Here we go. Now I'm going to pound a little bit louder. This is a tuning pin driver, so that it doesn't mark them all up. And I pounded them about halfway down, so I can have some room to work. What I'm going to use now is this is size 14 wire. That's where I am in the system. I'm going to feed it underneath the capo bar, which is here, and put it through the tuning pin here, past the end of the hole. Then I'm going to push it back flush. And then I'm going to grab my stringing tool, my coiling tool, which we showed earlier. That goes on the tuning pin like so. My tuning lever, and I'm going to put 3 coils on it. That's a good sound. It means we're tight in the pin block. So now I have 3 nice coils on there. The next thing I do then is pull it through and run it through the bridge left and right, and then around the hitch pin at the back, and put a really strong bend in it and run it back to the next tuning pin. I measure 3 fingers past that and clip the wire, because 1 finger, at least on my hand, a hand my size, is about 1 coil around the tuning pin. So we go back through under the capo again, and through the other tuning pin, past the hole, make it flush, grab my Instacoiler, that's the name. This is a little trickier because the wire's kind of bent in here. I have to have one finger there lifting the wire, and my wrist holding the tool down so that it doesn't catch on the rest of the bridge pins in there. Now I run this part through the bridge also. It's still on the hitch pin. And then I grab my stringing hook, this guy right here, and I'm going to just pull them up in midair here and run the becket around to about 3 o'clock. The becket is the little bend in the wire where it goes into the tuning pin. And so I'm going to put them right about 3 o'clock. The next thing I do is I'm going to grab just a regular old pair of pliers, and I'm going to pinch those beckets in there really tight so there's no space between them and the tuning pin. That ultimately gives a better tuning. And now I'm going to roughly line them up with a screwdriver. I'm trying to get things spaced evenly between the strings. Fortunately for me, there are marks in the felt from the previous stringing job, so that's a good guide. And I want it to come straight off of that mark, straight into the first tuning pin, so that there's no offsetting left and right.